Whenever someone asks me what music I like or what artists I listen to, I being the army that I am, of course say BTS. But every time I do, the response is almost always they're overrated. But today I'm gonna show you how that is definitely not the case. For this we're gonna go through each member starting off with the beautiful leader himself, RM. Before becoming part of BTS, RM was already an underground rapper. He started rapping at 12 years old, and when he was 14, he released an actual mixtape under his then stage name Runch Randa. This means that RM, the Kim Namjoon, has been rapping since 2007. He's been rapping for 11 years and he's only 23 years old. He has numerous pre-debut songs that he wrote himself, and he could freestyle like no one's business before he even hit puberty. When attending an audition, his rap skills impressed people so much that it caught the attention of Bang Se-hyuk, aka the CEO of the then small company Big Hit, and he was signed as the first official member of BTS in 2010. Adding on, this man taught himself English like what the heck. He watched the show Friends and learned from the subtitles how the English language was structured. FYI, the Korean language structure is basically the opposite of English, so the fact that he learned English by just watching a TV show amazes me. Then again, he has an IQ of 148, so he can do anything lol. Also, he helps produce literally every song BTS has. Just look up a random BTS song and his name is there. Like he has produced over 90 songs in total, and I can't even make a proper bowl of cereal. And now on to the next member, Suga. Like RM, Suga was an underground rapper as well. He was in a rapper group called D-Town and his stage name was Gloss. Now when I say this man works hard, he works hecking hard. He grew up with a passion for music and started writing lyrics when he was only 11 years old. But he grew up dirt poor and his family didn't support his love of music and even threw away his lyrics. At 13, he started producing with the little equipment he had and tried selling his music on the streets but would get scammed. And because he was so poor, he'd have to choose between a bus ticket home or dinner, so he often skipped meals. One day he saw a poster to audition for Big Hit, auditioned, and made it as a trainee, but he still struggled. A story I'll never forget was when he was hit by a car, got his shoulder permanently damaged, didn't tell anyone for a fear of being kicked out of Big Hit, and basically suffered through training with a broken shoulder. It's still damaged to this day and he can't do certain dance moves. He's such a hard worker and has helped produce numerous BTS songs as well, but struggles with severe depression and anxiety. He talks about his disorders in his lyrics and tries to inspire others to keep fighting on. To be honest, I cried while editing this. But onto his rapping. It's no joke. He's one of the fastest idol rappers in the world and can rap 8.8 syllables per second. Future Jam Jam J here. He can actually rap 11.4 syllables per second lol.
시작! 마치 않는 알아봐라. 너 자꾸 캐나다는 커리어를 하나 많았겠지만 꼭 살아남아 꾸준히 축소가 아마디도 꼬리편 하나마 추억 같은 인생 너의 랩은 하나보다.
Shook. On to the third member, J-Hope. Unlike RM and Suga, J-Hope was an underground dancer. He grew up dancing before he could even breathe. He has participated in and won numerous dance competitions and performed with the underground dance crew Neuron. So yeah, dancing is in his blood.
In my blood.
Not many know, but he also grew up with a love for singing as well. Before auditioning for Big Hit, he auditioned for JYP Entertainment but was rejected. I guess you could say he got gypped. I hate myself. While still in school for dance, he was asked to record a video of himself dancing for an audition. After the audition though, he was caught still practicing 3 hours after the audition ended. Big Hit saw how dedicated he was and signed him on to become the third member of BTS. But there was a catch. J-Hope was originally supposed to be the main dancer and a vocalist, but the company wanted him to be the main dancer and a rapper. Slight problem though, he couldn't hooking rap. Being the dedicated person he was, he taught himself how to rap. He practiced with the guidance of RM and Suga, but practiced by himself for hours, and hours, and hours. Let me tell you, the boy can definitely rap now like holy heck. He also helps choreograph group dances for BTS and helps the other members practice. So to sum up, this boy He can dance, sing, and rap. The whole package. On to the next member, Jungkook. Before becoming the first vocalist in the lineup for BTS, this kid was still a fetus. He had a childhood for like 2 seconds before making career moves in music. He auditioned in Superstar K, which is a talent competition for aspiring vocalists, when he was 12 years old and immediately stood out. He was really shy and had the voice of a little angel. Literally. But his audition was never aired and he was rejected. But immediately after, he received calls from 8 different entertainment companies wanting him, and one of those companies was Big Hit. After hearing RM rap, he decided to join Big Hit and became a trainee at 14 years old. Bang Si-hyuk said Jungkook had no emotion when he danced, so he sent him to America to train and dance. He practiced hard for a solid year and finally returned to Korea with some new moves, going from this to this. What a hard-working boy. He practices singing basically all the time and has numerous covers. He even recently started producing music for BTS and helped produce Magic Shop. But Jungkook was thrown into fame early on in his life, and usually fame can mess with a kid's head. But Jungkook has remained a happy, grateful, and humble person. On to the next member, Jin. Jin's story is different from the rest of the members because he started off with zero experience. He grew up not wanting to sing or dance but to be an actor. He was literally out existing in public when a Big Hit employee saw his golden visuals and automatically signed him. He was originally just an actor for Big Hit, but then Bang Si-hyuk was like, nah, I'ma put you in BTS. Small problem. He couldn't sing or dance at all. Jin trained endlessly before debut, working on his singing and dancing skills. He still occasionally gets backlash for starting out with zero experience, but he has improved an infinite amount. He is so dedicated to his vocal training that his trainer even said that rather than improving his voice, he completely transformed it and was her best student. Like, this man went from 0 to 100 because of all the hard work he has put into his training. He'd stay up past 3 AM some nights just to practice, and even made his own backing track for a song and added his vocals to make sure he sounded perfect. Like, someone stop this man before he produces a whole album. But let me tell you, he now has a golden voice and is able to hit notes higher than IDK the sky. Plus his dancing has improved a ton. Have you seen how challenging BTS choreography is? Like, what the heck? I can't even walk in a straight line. Next member, V. Like Sugar, V grew up very poor, going from rags to being the #1 most handsome man in the world. He literally grew up in a village, and if he didn't debut, he said he would be a farmer right now. But early on in his childhood, he developed a love for music, singing, and dance, which led him to eventually audition, on accident lol, for Big Hit. He was the only one in his hometown to make it past the audition, and he eventually became a trainee. He trained hard for 3 years, going from well-rounded but mediocre into basically a superstar in everything he does. He can sing notes slower than my grades. Plus, he has a powerful stage presence that literally makes you want to get up and go on stage with him, but oh wait, you can't, because sadly this is just a YouTube video. Now for the last member, Jimin. Jimin had a normal childhood and grew up very happy. He didn't really know what he wanted to do in life until he started dance in middle school. He developed a passion for it and wanted to go to school for dance, but he didn't know how to pay for it. This boy was literally so dedicated and skilled in dance that his instructor didn't make him pay for school. Do you know how good you have to be to have your instructor personally take care of your education fees? Like, oh my gosh. His instructor even told him to audition for Big Hit, and you guessed it, he made it as a trainee. He only trained for a year, which is a very short training period for a K-pop idol, once again showing you how dedicated and skilled he is, and even stayed up until 3 AM to practice while still going to school for dance. He eventually became the 7th and final member of BTS. But, for their first music video, Jimin became known for his appearance, aka his abs, and he felt pressured to stay in shape. This made him depressed and he started hating his looks. He's still very self-critical and gets down from time to time, but he is doing so much better. He is a very hard worker and is 100% dedicated to what he does, working hard 24/7. Like his vocals send me to the grave. He can't hit notes so high that I literally get chills. He works on his singing endlessly to make sure it sounds perfect when he performs. He hates messing up because he feels like he's cheated us when he doesn't. He cares so much about giving us his best, and oh my gosh, I have so many feels for this boy. Basically what I'm trying to say is that BTS worked their hecking butts off to be where they are, and their hard work is very admirable. If you watched this whole video, thank you, because I know it was long as heck. And don't forget.
You nice, keep going.